how big do you really want to be? So guys, like the understanding is, you're going to work really hard for any company anyway, isn't it?
Yes.
Till the age of 65, 65, sure. Now imagine, yeah. Like my dad, he worked at Nedbank. Okay, he passed away a couple of years ago, but he worked at Nedbank his whole life. So that was like, what, 22 years? Worked at Nedbank for 22 years. I said, Dad, did they give you your own Nedbank yet? And he's like, no. So like, sucks for you, man. You should probably have found a real company to work for where they would have rewarded you properly. Anyway, and so, guys, like, okay, so one of the coolest things ever that happened with my father, okay? So my dad, there was one stage, it was like 2008. He's like, I think he just got a raise or something like that. He's like, my boy, guess how much money I make? I was like, how much, Dad? He's like, 40,000 rand a month. I was like, okay. So 2008, obviously quite a bit more now. But I was like, cool, Dad, that sounds really cool, well done. Anyway, so I do the business, and I do the field, and I get promoted, and I start running my office down in Port Elizabeth. And my dad comes through, and he's like, comes to my office, he's like, oh wow, is this your business? I'm like, yes, Dad. I told you I was going to get a business. Like, this is it. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, whose new Audi A4 is that parked outside? And I said, yeah, that's mine. Bought myself a new car. Cool. Come check out my house that I'm staying in. Staying in this nice 4-bedroom place down in PE. And then I said, Dad, but the coolest thing ever just happened. And I gave him my payout report. And I made 40,000 rand for the week. And my dad was like, fuck. I wish when I was your age and I had as much energy as you, I found an opportunity like this and got stuck in and made the most out of it. Okay? So guys, please, you don't want to be like 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, thinking back to those moments and saying, fuck, I just should have kept on pushing a little bit harder. I should have just, taken that program a bit more seriously. I should have just rang the bell a bit more. I should have just gotten promoted to ownership and taken control of my life. Then I wouldn't have to be doing this. Because guys, like ultimately there's a choice we're all making, and that's either a choice to complete this program and live the life of our dreams, or choosing to quit on ourselves, choosing to whatever, go be an employee, and whatever the case is. Guys, at the end of the day, you just have to be happy with the choices that you make, okay? The choices you make determine how successful you're going to be, okay? So let's just look at this really quickly, okay? So this is the power of choices. So this is where you start in your day. This is you achieving your goals in the field, right? And this is far away from your goal. Almost a negative result that we're getting, okay? So guys, this is the point of no return. Points of no return. So you woke up this morning, well done, juiced by you, okay? You had a choice to make when you woke up out of bed. Wake up with a great attitude, that'll take you closer to your goal, or wake up with a bad attitude. How many of you wake up with a bad attitude today? It's fine if you did. The thing is, don't keep a bad attitude throughout the day, okay? I woke up this morning, I said, oh fuck, where am I? Not used to living in Rosebank. Anyway. I was like, okay, fuck, how do I get there, and whatever the case is. Anyway, and I had a choice to make, so I wake up not that excited, but then I was like, cool, but I'm coming to the best office in the whole of the fucking country today. Man, this is awesome. So I made a positive choice to maintain my attitude, okay? Got here to the office, and this is for you as well. Okay, you get to the office, and you got a choice to make. Do I ask questions on what's going to help me to get better, or do I just hope that somebody teaches me something? Okay, and if you just hope that somebody teaches you something, now, when you leave the office, you've got another choice to make. It's, do we run to the field, or do we take it really slow, get a long breakfast, and hopefully get to the store one day? Right? And like this is really early on in the day, and you almost past the point of you can't achieve your goal anymore. Right, so now you say, okay, whatever, eventually you get to your store, you pitch your first couple of customers, okay, when you get to the store, you got a choice to make. Do I pitch everybody with as much enthusiasm and excitement and everything as possible, or do I start slow as well? I'm like, hi man, how are you doing? If that is your choice that you make, you have now passed the point of no return, which means no matter how many positive choices you make, there's not enough time in the day for you to go back to achieving your goal. Right? So every moment requires you to make a decision. And that decision either needs to bring you closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to you achieving your goal at the end of the day, or is it taking you further and further and further away from your goal? But the most important thing you guys can all take away is you are in control of everything. So whether you achieve your goal or not, by the end of the day, it's just really the combination of all the choices that you make through the day. So you can either choose to be really successful for the day or choose to not be successful for the day. But at the end of the day, when you come back and you say, hey Lita, hey Simpiwe, I only managed to do 100 Rand profit or 200 Rand profit, it always comes down to, okay, well, what choices did you make that led you away from your goal? And what new choices and better choices are you going to make tomorrow so that you come out at the goal at the end of the day? Guys, this thing is really, really simple, but it takes you to have a certain level of self-awareness. For you to start thinking and saying, like, you know, is this helping me achieve my goal or not? If I do this, is it going to help me do something positive, or is this going to make me do something negative? That's always what's happening. And guys, it's the person who can keep themselves in the zone, accountable all day, and with a ton of discipline all day, they are always the one who achieves the goal. And it's the person who hopes that maybe one day, hopefully, if everything aligns properly, then I'll be successful. That's somebody who's not in control. Okay? So guys, at the end of the day today, you're either going to have won because of the choices you make, or you're going to have lost because of the choices you make. And ultimately, who's the one making the choices?
It's you.
You. Okay, great. So you are in control, guys. And I understood this really early on in my career, really early on in the field. And I was like, man, I need to be the high roller in the business, not because it sounds fancy, but because if I didn't, I wouldn't have enough money to pay the rent, to feed my son, to provide nappies, to do all that sort of thing. Okay, so I took it on myself to make as many really positive decisions every single day so that I could get the maximum results, okay? And guys, that's how I've been thinking the whole time, since starting in the business, up until now even, I still think that. Is the choice that I'm making right now helping me achieve my goal, or is it helping to take away from my goal? And then I just need to say, well, which choice are we going to make now? The one that's going to take us there, okay? And guys, just the last thing is, please know that the easy choice is never the right choice. Right? Like the easy choice, take a long breakfast break. It's an easy choice to do that. But it's not the right choice. It's not helping you at all. And the right choice is never the easy choice. Because a lot of the times, like your friends might be saying, yeah, let's take that long breakfast break. And then you have to say, no, I'm not going to do that. And that takes balls. It takes guts to turn your back on the crowd, to forge your own path. But when you do, you'll be massively successful. Because success is not rewarded to the masses. It's rewarded to the individuals who forge their own path, who say, you know what, I'm going to make this thing happen in the biggest way. Okay? And I'm really excited about where we're at, guys. Like I know in the Pick and Pay campaign, you guys have been struggling a little bit a couple of weeks ago, but you guys have learned how to fucking turn that thing around. We now have people, incredible examples, 3,000-4,000 Rand a week, getting consistent at that, which is really cool. I just want to say to you guys on that one. You guys are kicking Clara's ass.
Just like that.
Just by you guys for being the #1 Pick and Pay offers.
That's the
one.
For sure, guys. If you don't believe that that's true, you're never going to get there. For sure. So, guys, like sometimes it requires. We talk about blind faith in the system, blind faith in law of averages working. Right? Have you guys had that before? The whole day you're getting negatives, and you're like, okay, well, I know the law of averages is going to kick in eventually, so you keep on pitching with a great attitude, and then eventually, law of average kicks in, right? Okay, just because you believe that it was going to happen. Now, guys, it's the same with you believing that you're going to get promoted, believing that you're going to go on all the way to becoming a consultant as well. You just have to fucking have that blind faith. Believe that it's going to happen no matter what, okay? Believe that you've got what it takes in order to make that thing happen. And then it's every day, it's a choice. Are we going to prove ourselves right or prove ourselves wrong? and that choice is completely up to you. Juicy. Awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much.